Get Fit with Fox is sponsored by Gold's Gym.
If you can't make it to the gym, you can still get a great workout from home by training with the resistance bands. Fitness expert Ryan Brewer from Gold's Gym is here to show you some standing exercises that you can try using the resistance bands. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so why is a resistance band a good tool? Well,
this is great for people who are beginning exercise because everybody needs to use resistance training as a foundation of their exercise program. And if you can't get to the gym, or you're an older adult who can't use a lot of heavy weight, resistance bands are great for training your body's muscles.
And these are different because some of the resistance bands don't have the handles. These handles make it that much easier, I would think.
They do. They make it easier, and then they can focus more on the upper body.
Okay, so give me an example of how we can use them to work. What are we working?
So first we can do some front squats. So you're going to stand, you're going to have both of your feet in the middle, about the middle of the resistance band. You're going to put your hands up and then your elbows out. And then just squat down and then come up. So it's mainly forcing that resistance when you're coming back up.
Are you really feeling that?
In the second part of the movement. Not really, I mean, but...
Well, you're not, but anybody else
if you, yeah, you can make it harder and more challenging by spreading your legs. It'll make the resistance a little bit less. So the next thing we can do is some wood chops. So
those are challenging in and of themselves.
Of course, but this works the whole body as well. So you can just use one handle and then put the other one on the ground and still step in the middle. And then you're going from one side to the opposite side. So down and then across your body. So you're working the upper body and the core, and then a little bit of the hips as well. And then we can do some upper body workouts too. We can do some shoulder. They're called lat raises. It works on the middle part of the delt. And then you can also do some curls. So these are just bicep curls.
All right, so the technique, a good technique for somebody who might be new to that, it's so that they're not wobbly. I mean, what are best practices for good technique if you're new to using bands?
I would say the number one thing to start off is the least amount of resistance. So, you know, maybe just put one foot in the middle when you're going to stand on the resistance band. That way that there's less resistance. Then you can make it harder and then put both of them and then spread it out a little bit more.
All right, we're going to get some more exercises from you in just a little bit. Right now, though, we need to get back over to Jonathan Myers and see what is in store for us today and then for the coming week when We are back with fitness expert Ryan Brewer from Gold's Gym, and the last time he showed us some standing training exercises that you can do from home using resistance bands. You're back again to show us how we can sit down while we exercise and still use those bands and get a good workout.
Of course. Well, I have a lot of seniors coming up and asking, Ryan, how can I do a bunch of exercises if I have a bad back or bad knees, but I'm sitting down all day? So I'm going to show you guys some resistance band training with a chair. So first, some leg extensions is going to work on the front part of your legs. If you put the resistance band under the chair, and then you can hook it on your foot, and then pull with the other side. You're going to extend out.
Oh yeah, I was wondering how you were going to do that.
Yep, it's pretty nifty, but you know, there are some videos online you can check out if you have any trouble finding it out. But under the chair for extra support. Then you can do some shoulder presses. So just make sure that your back is straight, your head is forward. And don't forget to get your core involved by breathing.
Now, when it comes to these bands, are there different resistance, or can you buy some that are more resistant? Others, I mean, easier to use?
Yes. It just depends on the colors. So you can find, you know, you can get them for inexpensive at a store, and they're different colors, meaning different resistance.
And so, yeah, that'll tell you on the bag, you know, which one.
Of course, yep. And then, of course, you can make it a little bit harder by shortening the distance between the handles. So we're going to do some chest press, put it in the back of the chair, and then press forward. And you come back and then forward. And then you can also use this and wrap it around a pole or something that's really stable. That way you can increase the tension and make it a little bit more difficult. But this is excellent for seniors who maybe can't get up and down so easily.
So even if they're just starting out and are not familiar with bands, this is good for a beginner?
Of course it is, of course. It's good for a beginner, and then resistance training is just going to be really important because we have to work our muscles, especially over time with atrophy. People lose their muscle mass. That's why our metabolism decreases. So it's really helpful to work on the whole body as much as possible.
All right, so and again, just any techniques that people should use if they're just starting out with this so that they don't, you know, have the band snap back and hit them. I mean, just getting familiar with it. What do they need to know?
I would say first, make sure it's stable. So if you're going to put your feet on it, make sure you're going to be able to keep it there.
Right.
Also, if you're using a pole or something to wrap it around, just make sure that, you know, do a couple tests out just to make sure that when you pull it back, it's not going to snap or it's not going to move. So that way you can still do the exercise safely.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, Ryan.
All right. Thanks for your time.
All right. Well, we've got